Hey everybody, it's Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for Robbie Rants. In fact, it's time for the first episode of the brand new weekly comic book review. That's right, everybody. Weekly comic book review. Every week now I'm going to share a little bit of the books I read with you and exactly what I thought about them. So let's get started. First of all, this week we have the debut of another book in the Young Animal line from Gerard Way and DC Comics with Shade, the Changing Girl. Shade, the Changing Girl was so weird. I enjoyed this book immensely, but it will make no sense to you, seriously. In fact, every Shade book I've ever read, because this is a take on Steve Ditko's character, Shade the Changing Man, which Pete Milligan had a really cool run on in the early 90s under Vertigo. Every Shade book I've ever read is crazy. It's weird. It's meant to be that way. This Ditko would be proud of this book. I really like it. It's hard to explain. The art is really cool, psychedelic, just weird. Check it out. Another one. Big release from Marvel this week, Champions #1. We know that Ms. Marvel and Nova and Miles Morales' Spider-Man they've been part of the Avengers, the all-new, all-different Avengers, and I haven't really liked that book so much, but I do like these characters, and I like the way that they work together. This book is great. I think taking them out of the Avengers, away from the Cap and the Thor and the Iron Man, I think it really helps. I'm not a big fan of Amadeus Cho's totally awesome Hulk, but I really do like this book. I thought it was really, really fun, and it actually said something, and it said something about the state of comic books, and I like that a lot. We also have Death of X #1. This book is all right, and I feel really bad for Multiple Man fans. Of course, Mike Matthews, condolences. But this book is all right, but it just fills in the blanks. It's stuff we already know. It shows you the bridge, what happened between Secret War and, currently when they started back before Civil War II. I don't know, it reveals the whole story of how they found out that the Inhumans Terrigen Mist is killing the mutants. It's okay. It's all right. Romulus was a new one from Image, written by, Brian Hill, with art by Nelson Blake II. This book was a delight. It actually I work at a comic book shop, this made my pick of the week. Romulus was really, really cool, with a really awesome woman character that's very strong and capable. And it's just a really, really good book, and it was super fun, and I don't know, I'm on the fence. Is it supernatural, or is that all just a metaphor? I'm not sure. Future issues will let us know. Straight up supernatural. The new Deadman book is out. Deadman, Dark Mansion of Forbidden Love. And don't be fooled like I was. That's not Brian K. Vaughan. That's Sarah Vaughan, but the book is still good. People who liked horror comics in the 70s, you'll really like this book. It's actually, there's a lot to it. It's super big, it's $5.99, but it's really fun. It's prestige format, so it will look nice, it's sturdy. The art's really, really solid. The coloring is amazing. I really like it. I was very pleased with this book. Nothing mind-boggling, nothing earth-shattering, but a really good, solid horror comic. I liked that. We got a new one from Aftermath, right? Yeah, Aftershock. Aftershock Comic Book Studios. I haven't really been a big fan of a lot of the Aftershock books, but this one is written by Warren Ellis, so of course I'm going to pay attention to it. Shipwreck was weird. It's got art by Phil Hester, and the artwork is amazing. It's really, really cool stuff. It's just a really weird story. I don't know what's going on. My buddy at the shop the other day said that it was supposed to be like the David Lynch, like a David Lynch in a comic book form, and it kind of is, but with Ellis, I'm going to give it a little bit more of a chance. Of course, Marvel has released the Cage Netflix series this week, so you got to have a new Cage book. Now, this Cage book is by, Jindy Tartakovsky from Powerpuff Girls and all those other things, Samurai Jack. I'm a big fan of his animation work, and this book has been in the works for years, as far as I'm aware. It's all right. It's super fun. It's super dumb. It's set in the 70s, so it's that, jive-talking Luke Cage of the 70s. It was intriguing, it was entertaining, it was fun. It would have been cool if it was like an animated series on Cartoon Network. However, with the Cage series coming on Netflix and a lot of people getting into Cage, this is not the book to read. This is going to be so different than what you're familiar with from the TV show. This is straight up, that blaxploitation 1970s Marvel Comics vibe. It's all right. It's a good tribute to that era. If you like that era of Cage, definitely check it out. But if you're a new fan, I'd recommend Power Man and Iron Fist, actually. Superman. Let me spotlight Superman real quick because Superman has been such a good book. The Superman books are fantastic. But this one's really cool because it's got a nice little tribute in it to Darwin Cook. They reference the last stand of the losers from New Frontier. So fans of DC, New Frontier, you're going to like this. But otherwise, Superman's just been a really fun book. Superman and his son, I can't say enough about the Superman comics. This and Action Comics have been fantastic. Another Netflix Marvel hit is, of course, Jessica Jones, and a little better late than never, but you finally got a Jessica Jones comic book. It's got art by Michael Gaydos, who did the original Alias series with Brian Michael Bendis, who is the writer and creator of the character. It's all right, but it doesn't capture the feel that Alias had back in the day. I think Bendis is kind of just, I don't know, I used to really like Bendis. I think he's done so much work, he's been so prolific that a lot of it's watered down now. This has a big mystery, it jumps ahead a little bit. Luke and Jessica are no longer together and we don't know what happened to their kid. It's all right. It's okay. If you're a big fan of Jessica Jones because of the TV show, yeah, check it out. If you've never read anything, I would recommend going back and reading Alias. Last book I want to talk about is The Death of Hawkman, originally solicited as Adam Strange and Hawkman, but retitled The Death of Hawkman. It's solid. It's all right. Aaron Leprosti does the artwork. It's written by Mark Andreyko. It's all right. It's pretty decent. It's a good Adam Strange story for the first issue. Not very much Hawkman in it at all. Real quick, I want to talk about The Death of Hawkman. If you notice, there's no Rebirth logo on here. Why would they kill Hawkman? Because Hawkman is sometimes an alien from Thanagar. Sometimes he's a reincarnated soul of an ancient Egyptian. There's so many different things that they've done with Hawkman over the years. It's hard to make a cohesive Hawkman. The New 52 Hawkman, the Savage Hawkman, not very good. Never really warmed up to him. And I am a Hawkman fan ever since I had the Superpowers action figure when I was a child. They're going to kill Hawkman off so that they can bring him back, because Death and Rebirth is such an essential part of the Hawkman story. You're going to get a DC Rebirth Hawkman pretty soon, and it's going to be more like the Hawkman maybe you're familiar with. I want something more like the Jeff Johns Hawkman from the JSA run about 10 years ago or so, because that was really good stuff and a good amalgam, merging of all the different Hawkmans that we've known throughout all the different eras of comic books. Anyway, that's some of what I read. I recommend Romulus. Read Romulus and check out the DC Superman books right now. They're amazing. Even the ones like New Superman and Superwoman and Supergirl. Those books are fun. It's nice to see the super back in Superman. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to this video, and let me know down below what are your favorite comic books of this week. Of course, there are more that I read, but these are the ones I felt like I had the time and needed to talk about tonight. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and please do join us at popculturephilosophers.com for podcast blogs, top 5 lists, and a whole lot more. Like I said, please subscribe, click that thumbs up button. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.